Good afternoon, welcome to my channel, Stitchy Time with Tish, and today is Saturday the 2nd of August 2025. Today I've got some starts and finishes. Two of them I haven't got with me because I sent them to my dad for his birthday last month. I've got some whips as well. We fell in myth. We sent our dragon, our beautiful dragon, out 3 times. So we did we made 3 dragon spells, and we sent him out to 2. We could send him out to 2 clans. So in total we hit 6 clans, but 2 of them were the same clan. We hit the same clan twice, should I say. Yeah, but it was fun. So I did 2 projects for Myth. I worked on 3 projects for Myth, sorry. 3 projects for Myth, because I worked on all my monthly. I worked on the monthly challenge magazine, and these categories to get them all done before Myth started on the 25th. So I wasn't scrambling around trying to squeeze them in. So I did. We also went on leave on absence on Utopia because we were travelling, and while we're trying to do fighting Myth, it was hard for us to try and do that and concentrate on Myth. So we decided to go and leave on absence on Myth because it was hard for us to do it. And plus, the leader on she goes on holiday tomorrow, so the game would have paused anyway. So I think she goes, I'm not sure if it's a week or 2, so we get a couple of weeks rest anyway. So it'll resume in a couple of weeks, so that's fine. And I'm on holiday anyway, I think. So anyway, it don't matter. Anyway, so without further ado, I'll show you my start, then my finishes, and then we'll go on from there. The categories, the letters were D, E and Z. The Tour de France started, although I think I told you that last time I recorded, it started on the 6th of July, and that ended on the 27th of July. And I got to win a yellow jersey on one of the days. I can't remember which one it was, but I did. I got to win a yellow jersey. I don't know how they worked it out, but I did. I think it was on the day that I had a migraine, actually, funny enough. I think it was one of the days I didn't sleep very well. So I was stitching. And I don't have migraine. Anyway. The monthly challenge group magazine, the monthly magazine. The theme was Bundle Up, and the acoustic was woolies. So I've got, so I finished that up. Okay. So here we go. So I started on the 25th. I started T-Rex for Myth. That's what it will look like when it's finished. And I changed it slightly by accident. And Vicky, who I'm doing it with, she hasn't started hers yet. She was supposed to, but she actually did a new start on something else, which I've got to tell you, is quite nice. She started a monogram hummingbird. One of the other girls in our myth group, and Utopia, and the Sue Vampire. Yeah, I'm in that many groups. Oh yeah, and I did Sue training. And I'm a basic 1 Sue training, and now I'm onto something, and I'm doing something else now. Anyway, enough of that. I accidentally did the letters in a different colour. I don't know how, but it actually looks quite good. So anyway, so it was a happy mistake. See here, on the top of the letters T's, if you look here, are dark red. You'll see what colour mine are in a minute. And I did it on the same fabric that I did Jurassic Perk. So here we go. That's my start. And as you can see, I did the top of the T, E, E, N, A, and the bottom in a light blue. In DMC 3752 to be exact. I don't know how, as it should have been in dark red 817. I don't know what I did, but quite clearly I didn't read it right. I must have been tired, or I don't know, but I've been having issues with my vision anyway. I've been my eyes have been going blurry. I've been getting double vision. So I probably looked at that when I was looking at it, but I am waiting to go and see the optician next week. I was supposed to have gone this week, but my hubby was not well and couldn't drive me. We're supposed to be going together. He's got to get his eyes tested too. I've been having trouble with it, but I found out recently this week that it's linked to my fibromyalgia. That can happen. So I never knew that. I looked it up. I'm in a fibromyalgia group, and it came up about it, and I was like, what, really? So I googled it, and apparently it's a thing and it can happen, and I never knew that. So yeah, I did not know it was a thing. So when I go to opticians, I've got to let them know. But I didn't know that. But I've been complaining about my eyes really badly. So anyway, there's the T-Rex. Hubby says it looks really good. I still got to fill in the steam there because I missed that out. I didn't see it. But when I work on it again, I'll fill that in, because as you can see, and accidentally I put in an extra row of stitches there. How, I don't know, but I won't unpicking it all when I got up to here, when I realised, and I thought, oh, I'm leaving it in. So there's an extra row as I go along now, further that way. I'm sorry, further that way. So all I've got left to do is to finish off that little bit there, that yellow there, and then move on to the Rex, and he's done, which I want to get done this month, hopefully. But that's what he looks like. And then I had a catastrophe the other day. My son, bless him, wanted me to. I was laying in bed because my back aches a lot, so I find, and my legs hurt, so I find laying down on the bed is a lot better. And I've got this leg pillow, so I put my legs up over it, and it's supposed to help. And he made hot chocolate, but well, you know, we get all the powder in the bottom of the cup. So he was asking me to stir it, and the cup exploded, and it went all over me, all over the bed. It splashed onto my cross stitch, all over my threads, all over my table where my stitching were everywhere. Hot chocolate everywhere. Luckily it wasn't hot, so I didn't get burnt. But I mean, it went everywhere. It was all over everywhere. And I was like, oh my god. So I had, I tried dabbing it to get out on, it got on two of my projects that I was working on. And I was like, oh my god. So I tried dabbing it with paper wipes. I was asking in my Zoo Vampire with the girls, I was like, how do I get it out? What do I do? What do I do? So they were like, try baby wipes, tried everything. So I soaked it in some pink stuff to try and see if it would come out, and I left it to soak for about 10-15 minutes, and I had the washing machine going to get rid of it because it was all over our bedspread and everything. So I put everything that it touched that had hot chocolate on it into wash, and then I put my stitching into wash. I don't normally wash my stitching, but I did this because it wouldn't come out. It wouldn't come out. I was rubbing it, it just wouldn't come out. I was like, man. And I even put my threads in there because they had chocolate in it, and I put it in a sock. I forgot to tie the end of the sock, and I got it out. They'd all, about 5 of them managed not to, but the rest all got tied up in a knot. So I spent last night, and I managed to get all of them undone apart from 2, which I've put to one side for now. But yeah, and it got all the hot chocolate out, so it's safe to say. So I'm like, thank Christ for that. Panic over. So that's me T-Rex. The other 2 cards that I've done, they're both called band sampler cards. I'll put a picture in of what they looked like when they were finished, because obviously I haven't got them with me because it was my dad's birthday on the 16th of July, so I sent them after I filmed this. Yeah, so that was that done. Right, so my next one. Right, so the T-Rex, I forgot to tell you. I didn't use it in any category, no, because I started it from Myth, but I did use them in Tour de France for I used that on day 25, and that was 171 stitches, and day 26 for 185. It finished on 27, well, 26 was the last day, obviously. And so yeah, I got 180, so 171 stitches for day 25 and 100 and no, I didn't. 120, yeah, and 185. I know what's happened here. It went on the wrong day, and on the 27th, because the 27th was the last day. That's right, yeah. I've got a project tractor that I did, but if I stitch on the same day and I'd stitch two different projects, I split it up so it goes 26, 26. When I've put it on the 27th, it messes it up. I should have watched for that. Oh dear. Well, anyway, I caught it. Yeah, so I did 185 stitches with that as well. So I used it for two projects for that. Now the band sampler cards, I did 170 stitches on the Tour de France. Didn't do anything the next day because it was a rest day, and then I did it on the 16th, 165. So, but again, like I said, I'll put pictures in of what it would look like. Now, the next one that I did is called Space Mouse by Lucy Heaton. Again, I'll put a picture in of what it looked like. It's in the World of Cross Stitching magazine. She's got a whole load of these collections. If you go on her website, I'll put the website in. Called, I'll put the website in. You can, I'm not sure if you can get these on her website yet because they're in her magazines, World of Cross Stitching magazines. But I know she does release them after, is it 6 or 12 months? I'm not entirely sure. But she has a fairy tales catalogue, so you know where you can get them from if you want them. Yeah, but anyway, this is called a Space Mouse, and I stitched this in a day, and here he is. Now he's going to be for my son's birthday in September. He's going to be 11 years old. Gosh, 11 years old. But that's what it's going to be. That's what I did. So it was a start and a finish in the same day. So that's that. And I did this on, I used this for prompt 4 for human, related to humans, so I used it as I think that's right. Let me go, the prompts. Number 4 is, yeah, humans or culture, but I used it, as I said, for as a job, like an astronaut. Then the next one I did, my last finish, so I had 4 finishes in July, was well, this was out of the Father's Day collection, and I've done this for my nephew Mason. He's not 3 until October. I keep thinking he's 4, but he's not, because my nieces have just turned 4. He's 3 in October. So I've done this for my nephew. So yeah, I'm getting ahead of it, trying to get ahead of everyone's birthday, so I'm not struggling. And it's I did the aeroplane one. Oh god, I'm trying to find the camera. And I did that for travel on prompt 6. I've called it aeroplane mouse, but it's not an aeroplane mouse, but it helps me to understand which one I've done, because I will forget otherwise. So I did that. And then I forgot to say, the space mouse, I did 133 stitches. And this one I've done 169. Yeah, that's it. So that's what I did. And again, I did that in a day as well. So that was a start and a finish too. And then all of these stitches, I've been using it in the Lord of the Rings challenges and the series of series of challenges. And as again in the series of challenges, so I remembered it this time, I will put links to the groups apart from Whip Warriors, because they're not accepting anyone, and when they do, which I think won't be until November, I will add a link, or I will put the website. But at the moment they're not accepting anyone but warriors. And at the moment I've now finished up to, I'm down on chapter 5 of the first book, the Philosopher's Stone. So I'm up to now chapter 5. So yeah, and it's quite fun. Yeah, so I've done that. They've got other books, but I'm just going to do one book at a time. I can't do, other people are doing 2 or 3 books at a time. I can't do that. So I'm concentrating on one at a time. So that's what I'm going to do. Just one at a time. Otherwise, it'll blow my brain. I can't cope. Information overloaded. So that's what I'm doing. I will put links to them, so I should do that. Yeah, so that's what I've done so far. Right, so now that's my starts and finishes. I'm going to move on to whips. Right, so my first whip is Aurora Cabin, and I use this for prompt 2 and 5 in categories. I'm trying to think why. Why did I use that for New? That's odd. Well, I know number 5 is man-made, so I used that for windows. Because of the windows, if you look. So there's the picture of Aurora Cabin. And so you can see there's windows there. So why would it's got near water? So why did I do that? I'm going to have to look that up because my brain just didn't realise why did I do that for. Right, let's have a look because my brain ain't going to understand why I did it. Let's have a look. Oh, huh? I don't understand that. It wasn't DE and said, that was June. We're in July. That was July. It was A and W. My brain isn't focusing. A and W. A and W. Oh my god, my brain. So the July's letters were A and W. What did I say? That was right though. So I said last time. So I said space. Oh my god. So I said space was astronaut. I see, I was right. I knew what I was saying. I just got the letters mixed up. So it was A and W, not D and Z. I don't know where my brain was that then. Oh, that's weird. Right. So anyway. Right. So why did I put? Alright, because it's the Aurora cabin is near the stream. It's water. It's near water. That's what I was getting at. My brain weren't working. Oh my gosh. Anyway. Oh, that was hard work. My brain just didn't cope with that. I don't know what planet I was on then, and I used it in Tour de France 194 stitches. Oh my gosh. So as you do, there you go. And I carried on with the Northern Lights at the top. So I'm getting it done at the top and then working my way back down. So that's what I'm doing. And that's what I've done so far. I can't believe I did that. That was hard work. So the next one on my whip list is autumn, or 4 seasons should I say. I'll put the picture in of what they will look like because I'm doing them all on one big piece. So I've got spring on here as well, but I worked on the autumn because I did it for prompt 7 for seasons, and I used autumn. I still haven't unpicked autumn, by the way. It's still there. I will do it one day, she says one day, but there you go, there it is. As you can see, there's the spring. I will put pictures in of what they all looks like, but as you can see, spring still hasn't been unpicked, but there you go. I'm working my way down towards autumn, so when I get to autumn, I'll unpick it all. But that's what I've got done. So that's what I've done so far. And I did that in Tour de France 154 stitches. The next one that I did was Capricorn by DMC. Is a kit, so I didn't kick it out myself. The Aurora Cabin was a kit as well by Dimensions. So there you go. This is all done in Ituello, if you can see that there in the corner. So that's what it will look like when it's finished. And this is what I've got done so far. I apologise. And this is what I've got done. So I finished off the brown round the horn, round that horn, I think it was, and then I started round the ram's head, and that's what I've got done. And I did this on, I used this in prompt 9 for astrology. And that's what I got done. The next one is James Webb Space Telescope. This is the one I messed up a bit because I did it the wrong way round. Of course I did, but I'm changing it. Like I said, there should be 3 hexagons that are going down there, but as you can see, I can't fit 3 hexagons down there, so the 3 that I can't fit down there, I'm going to squeeze down here, because I'm not doing, there's writing underneath here, and I'm not going to be doing the writing, I've decided. So, but yeah, but this is what it will look like. This is what I've done. And I've been working on, I've been doing all the black, as you can see, because it's the biggest part of some of them. That one is not, yeah. So I've done that bit, I've done that bit, and I've worked on that bit, and I'm working on this bit here. So that's what I've got done. It's going to be so good when it's done. And I used that on prompt 3 for colour, which was Antique Rose. And I also, get this, I used this on Tour de France, 11 stitches. Yeah, 11 stitches, because they did like 11 miles or something. 11 stitches. But that's what I've got done so far. And then my favourite project, I love this one, Pandemic by Long Dog Samplers. This is my favourite project by far. And I did this in the Tour de France. No, I didn't do this in the Tour de France because it was a rest day when I worked on this. But this by far is my favourite project of all. And I got quite a lot on this. And I think, did I use this in Myth? No, I didn't. Because Myth didn't start at the 25th. But this is what I got done. Look how much I got done. You'll see the before picture of where I started at. Oh God, it fell down, it fell down, it fell down. It came, right, let me roll that up again. because you don't need to see that. It was just the border that's always been there for a bit. There's the camera. So I think last time you didn't see I was there. I did all of this section here. Are we focusing? Are we focusing? Maybe? No? Okay. I'll sit back then. So I told you my arms up there, it hurts. Right, so you can see I did all of this motif, a little bird, and I go down here, and then I came down here and I finished all of this. Now I believe up until here is where the page ends. Now I believe here is already over half the page. So I've already done up to where the page ends already. So I've only got this little section here and I'm almost a page finished. So I think I've already caught up to where I was anyway, apart from the hexagon thing that I was doing. It looked like a stair near enough, but yeah, so I've almost caught up to where I was before. But I love this project. This project is one of my favourites. So, and that's that, and that's what I got up to. Right, so now that was all the whips that I'd done, and then I moved on to the Strident Sails, the black work. I think I used these for Myth as well, in between T-Rex, so I was switching, so I wasn't getting stuck with just one project and getting bored. And I made a decision with the Strident Sail. I'm not just going to stick with one project. No, so with the Strident Sail, I've decided, because I'm falling behind with these, I think I want to have them done by the end of the year, and I'm not doing great with it, so I'm changing my mind with the Strident Sail. So I'm going to stick my mindfulness mandala in instead. But I'll talk about that later. Anyway, to moving on. So I use these for the Strident Sail as well as Myth stitching. And the first one is Blackwork Sail 2023. And as you can see, I have done up to March's fillers. That's as far as I've got. And we're now in August. That's how far behind I am. And that is what I've got done. Obviously, yeah. It's looking good. And that's what I got done. That's that one. Right, the next one, and I think I did that Blackwork Sail on, yeah I did, on the Tour de France, and I did 130 stitches on that. And then I did the Blackwork Sail, and I did that in, no I didn't, and that was the end of the Tour de France then, when I came to doing the Blackwork Sail 2024. And that is that's what it will look like. Now, originally, I was going to do, see this bottom one here? Oh, let me move that over. And it's got like 5 colours. And that's what it was supposed to look like there. Well, when I'm doing the 5 colour, when I was doing the 5 colours, I kept using the, I think it was the 642 or the E863, and it didn't look great. So I've scrapped it. You'll see in a minute what colour I was using. And I'm now going with the top one, which has got 3 colours. So it's going to look very coloured now. I don't care. My work. And this is what I've got done so far. And I'm actually up to July section. So this one is up to date. To see what I'm saying? Yeah. And it looked good. Alright, I've got the brown sections, but I don't know whether to unpick them afterwards. After I finish it, unpick the brown sections and do them again, or just leave it as it is. So I might wait until afterwards, because I still got to put the, you know, the border around them. I haven't done that yet, but I'm going to do that after. So I might make a decision then. And my last whip, and this one that didn't get into the strident cell because I ran out of time, is Blackwork 2025. This is what it will look like. You can see it. This one I'm well behind on. I haven't even finished January section and I went wrong. So I've got to unpick it, but I'm doing it as I'm going along. So that's what I've got done. I've now finished these little 4 sections here that are not related to anything. And as you can see, you're thinking, why have I got 2 of these? Because this is the one I did wrong. This one here should have been there. I did it in the wrong place. So as you can see, I've started it and I'm moving it over. Once I've got it there, this will be unpicked. So, and I've done the border there for that one, and I'm moving over to do the border on that one, so then I can sort it out, so I know what I'm doing. But that's what I've got on, and that is all my whips. Right, plans. I don't have any stash. No haul, because I'm trying to work from a stash, but I didn't buy anything this time round, although I was tempted, but I'm trying to hold off because we've got our holiday soon, so I'm trying to save, but it hasn't happened. I've already got our suitcases out to pack. Hubby's like, we still got a month, but I like to be organised. But for plans, so new letters started for August, B and L. So I've already got them sorted. Archery August has started, so I've already got the first one that was spun for yesterday was number 27. So my number 27, I spun a wheel and then listed 1 to 20, or 1 to 31, but for the last few days I'm not going to be here, but I still had to make sure, because you know, I don't know what's going to happen. So but number 27 was my fantasy sale, so I'm currently stitching on it. Next time I film, you'll be shown it, because I'm using it for the focus and beat modem when it starts, I think on the 4th. So you'll see it all properly then. I haven't seen what today's number is yet, because I've not checked. So that's what's going on, which started yesterday. So that's my plans with that one. For Strident sale, as I was just saying, I'm taking off my Blackwork sale because I'm falling miles behind. I'm going to take them on holiday with me so I can catch up. I'm not taking any other stitching. I'm just taking my Blackwork sale. I might not be doing it, but as I was saying to hubby, because I'm not feeling, I don't feel well, and neither is my husband. But I mean, we're going on a caravan holiday. We're going with family. But it don't stop. Even if we're not feeling poorly and we might be stuck in the caravan, it don't mean to say that my son's not going to be able to. My dad will take him out, so he's not stuck in the caravan. And there might be a day or two we'll be able to take him out, but the rest of the time, I don't think we will, because the car journey is going to kill us. It's been stuck in the car for 4.5 hours, maybe 5. And we're going to have to stop her quite a few times. So it's going to kill us. So we're going to be sore. I know that for a fact, because long car journeys hurt me anyway. So yeah, so I will be taking those 3 whips with me, the 3 Blackwork sales with me, so I can just sew, you know, they'd be easy to do. So I haven't got too much to think about. I'm not taking anything else, so I can catch up on them, because that's what I want to do. But instead of doing that in place of the Strident sale, I'm going to replace it with the Mindfulness Mandala, because I'm still stuck on part 1 and I've not worked on it for a while. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm replacing the Strident sale with the Mandala. So that's my plan. They're my plans. And maybe I might add in, I'm not sure, I might add in the all year round sale as well. We'll see. We'll see. But that's my plans. So that's what I'm going to do. I want to try and finish off my T-Rex this month. We'll see. The monthly magazine challenge, the new theme and a juice gig has landed. It's laundry day for the theme, and I went with I didn't have one and I couldn't think of one, so I just stuck Mindful Mandela in it because I didn't know what else to put in there. And the acoustic is a linen, so for linen, so for L, I done Let It Snow by Stitch Normally. For the letter I did Let It Snow because the word it is in there. The letter N is a Fantasy Sow by Lakeside, well, it's designed by Jerome Jones, but was made exclusively for Lakeside Needlecraft, and I've done that for both ends. I've already done 300 stitches yesterday, so I've still got another 300 to do today, but I'm using that for one of my what's the other ones, Lord of the Ring quests, because I have to do 500 stitches, so it fits in tidily, and plus I'm using it for my Zoo Vampire research courses, so again it fits in nicely. That's where I'm up to. Sorry, GI. So I'm doing that, and then on top of that I'm doing, and then for the letter E is Colourful Bookmark by Joan Elliott. So there, and that's it, and that's all of that's my plans. The letters A and W are for categories. I'm hoping to get Fantasy Sale done by this month for the using them for the Beat the Modem and the Focus project. That's my plans. Because next month it's 9 years old. I want to get it done before it reaches 10 years old next year. That's it. That's my plans. Okay then. Nothing else. Nothing to say. That's it then. Okay. I've got nothing else to add, nothing else. I think I've said it all. Okay then. We'll say bye now, and I shall see you next time. I'm not sure if I'll be filming before my holiday or it might be after. Okay. I'll see you later. Bye.